Hey, welcome to the Neg Entropy Chronicles. I'm back with another video. So remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe, and click that notification bell to be alerted anytime I drop a new video. So, djenvy showed a problem within the community. Now, there was an episode on The Breakfast Club where you got djenvy, Angela Yee. Charlamagne the God was not there. He was actually gone. So what they do is they have the audience call in and give people donkey of the day. And there was a lady that called in and she was like, I want to give Kevin Samuels donkey of the day, you know, for how he speaks to women, so on and so forth. And he says, man, I don't know why people listen to that lame. I remember back in the day when he used to sit outside the Hermes store and hand out business cards. And Angela was like, wait, what? He was doing what? He was like, yeah, you know, and then he kind of just blew it off from there. But my issue with him is that I felt like he was out of touch, in the sense of there has been stories that he's told where he was selling mixtapes out his trunk. He almost got shot by Nas because he ran up on him trying to, you know, give him a mixtape or trying to get him on his mixtape, you know, whatever. And I was like, you know, it's interesting when people make it, how they then look down on the people that were doing the exact same aspect of hustling, because this is 2021, right? But 80s, 90s, early 2000s, even up until the 2010s, there were people who were always hustling out of their trunks, selling music out of their trunks, you know, going to the stores, getting business cards printed up, putting them everywhere that you could think of, barbershops, grocery stores, mom and pop stores, whatever. That's what they were doing. And for him to try to downgrade somebody and call them lame because of what they were doing as far as hustling their particular style or hustle for their business was one of those moments where I'm like, that's the problem within the community I live in, is we make it and then we down talk the next person. And I get it, he may not agree with what he does and how he speaks, but at the end of the day, you don't bring up somebody's hustling back in the day, because there's probably people that were looking at you like, man, you lame for what you doing. Oh, you selling music out your trunk? Man, I go to the labels and I didn't got signed. Like, what you doing? You know, you behind, man, you lagging, or whatever the case may be, whatever verbiage they chose to use. You know, you never want to get out of touch. You always want to remember your humble beginnings. You know, you don't want to disrespect the next man who was out there doing the exact same thing you were at a time. But because you've gotten out of touch, it doesn't resonate with you anymore. And I see it all the time, you know, in any culture. When people make money, they start looking down on the next individual who came from the same place that they did. Or they speak to you in a way like, oh, you should just have this type of money. No, I don't. That doesn't work like that. But this is something that happens. And, you know, for him to do that showed, especially on a syndicated network, you showed a problem which no one likes to address. Now, don't worry, I got a whole Kevin Samuels analyzed video coming out, but this is more about djenvy and his mentality that is actually something that has been continued through the culture and the community, which is something I wanted to address. We got to stop having these moments where we look down on the next individual who's trying to work their way up to where you are as an individual. It's something that is been proven time and time again to cause people to look at these individuals differently. And when I saw that, I, you know, instantly had this negative outlook at him. But I'm like, you know what? It's just a problem that happens. You know, you make it to the top and you become distant and no longer recognize your own aspects of what you went through, because you forgot the aspect of humbling as a humbling or a humbled individual that's working your way to the top. Instead, you've become detached from what that aspect of reality was. And that's something that we all got to get away from. You know, never forget where you came from. Always remember the humble beginnings, because the moment that you forget those things, you're bound to repeat them, or you pick up this arrogant level of thinking that can always put you back at the bottom. And that was just something that was on my mind. I appreciate anybody watching these videos. Remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe. We got to get out there, man. I'm trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers. That's my goal right now. So help me get it cracking. All right, everybody? And be on the lookout for more videos. Peace.